Look what I done found hanging out at the rock and guitar lesson studio. I found somebody's head. And he's a hippie. He's one of them long hairs. Look at that. I look like just a straight up black skunk. Check it. Okay. Back to sleep over here. So, anyways, yeah. This is going to be I don't really need my guitar, but, you know, it's with me all the time. All the time. I have another one out, and I'm going to be putting these out frequently, letting you guys know, because you guys know by now that I do teach on Skype. It's becoming my primary way of work, and I'm eliminating, well, eventually I'll be eliminating, you know, some of the stores as time permits and everything works out that way. But I I also do custom tabs in videos, and I subgroup everything for you. Subgrouping is taking a few notes at a time. It could be as little as 2 in the big picture, but usually they're more like 4 note. Come in. No, okay, nobody's there. Maybe it's the body and he wants his head back. I don't know. But anyways, and usually the route that's going is with the custom videos and tabs is people want specific songs done, and they want them done right. And if I was going to join a cover band and do a bunch of other bands' material, I would want to do it right. You know, people expect to hear it right. And I've always had that mindset, even as a teenager when I was learning something. If you're going to do something, do it the way the band's doing it. If you want to tweak with it and mess with it after the fact, then do it then. But try and get it down the way the band's doing it. Obviously, you like the band for a reason, because you like the guitar playing and the song and all that. So try and learn these techniques, because, you know, it's not that the bands own these techniques, but they're techniques that are used in metal or country or whatever, you know, type of style you're doing. It doesn't matter what the style. I love everything, man. Believe it or not. I mean, despite how I look like I'd just be a metal dude. I love country, blues, classical, jazz, funk. I'm a big funk fan. I mean, there's nothing I don't like, really. I mean, obviously I have my preferences, but good music is good music. So that's the way I handle that. I have it's treated as if it's a Skype lesson, in the sense that it's $59 per hour. The average song, because obviously people are going to ask, I would too, like, how much would it be for this song? Well, it's hard to nail that head on, and you don't know till you're done. But I've done lots of them so far, and they are winding up being in the 150 to 250 range, thereabout. So that gives you an idea. But what I'll do is I will use my ears. I'm not good at much, but you know, as a kid, I was kind of forced into using my ear. Not forced, because I wanted to. I really love to dissect music and dig into it and hear the parts and melody lines. And so I didn't think it would be part of my job down the road. It was just something I enjoyed to do. But that's what I do, is I will pull up like the lyric version, and if I need to pull up like a live concert to try to get hand placement, because I try to get the stuff, like I said, exactly how the bands are doing it now. Here's a simple, what's the word I'm looking for? Example. Why is that such a hard word? You can play an A or B flat 5 power chord here, or you can play it, I'm in drop tune. I could do it there. It's the same notes. So does that mean it's wrong if you do one over the other? Not really, but there is, believe it or not, a difference in the sound, in the tonality. The thicker the string, the more bottom end it's going to have. The thinner the string, the more high end or treble it's going to have. So I try and dial it in, and sometimes it's difficult because, you know, different amps, different pickups, the way it's EQ'd and produced and engineered in the recording studio, mic placement, all those things, different microphones for mic and the guitar cabs and all that. But if I'm not positive, I look for something live and see where the hand placement is. Because people ask me, how the heck do you do that? Well, it's one of the few things I can do. If I can teach and I can play, and don't ask me to fix your car, I can't do it. I've never even changed brakes by myself, if that tells you anything. I've watched it done a bunch of times. But anyways, I will use my ear. I will tab it out for you in sections. In other words, when you hear me say sections, that's the same. When you think of a song layout, you have intro, verse, chorus, and they may repeat those all again, and then do a bridge, and then a guitar solo, and then the chorus on the end, and maybe a different outro. I just give them section names: section 1, section 2, section 3, guitar solo, section 4, repeat section 3, that type of thing. I won't write the section out again. It's pointless to do that. It would take more time, it would cost more money. And the idea is, I want you guys to be able to play it without looking at the book anyways. So you want to be able to use your memory with it. So the tabs is your learning tool as far as like, man, what's the parts? Okay, you got them. Then I subgroup them into smaller chunks for you guys and gals. And it's called subgrouping. Or technically, we call it here rock and block subgrouping, which is taking, like I said, two notes, 4 notes, 6 notes, 8 notes, 10 notes. It really becomes super effective in guitar solos, but because in the sections you can subgroup the rhythms too when you're playing. But most people really need it in the on a guitar solo. It changes the whole way things go down and how precise you play it and get it. So it's really sticking it through a microscope and analyzing every little part of it. Not the theory part of it, as far as why is that working. I do teach theory, but I'm not big on it, and I'm not advanced on theory reading, and I'm glad, because the more I started getting into theory personally for me, I felt like I don't know if I can word it right, but my playing was getting worse because I was now being forced to explain things that I was doing naturally. So I'm really kind of a technique guy, but with the custom tabs, you would have the tabs. I send them to your email. I scan them, send them to your email, and then I do a video on it too, and I have some on the channel. I'll break it down for you in there and thoroughly explain it for you. Or I can put it on DVD, which shouldn't be too hard, but right now I've just been putting them on YouTube, and I ask my students if that's okay, and they're all cool with it. Because without the tabs, you're going to be a little lost anyways. That's what it comes down to. So anyways, but it doesn't have to be songs. It could be whatever, but that's how it's been with every custom tab video lesson that I've done, is breakdowns of songs. And it seems like maybe half of them are stuff that you don't see anywhere on YouTube anyways, which maybe that's why, But there's a lot of stuff being played wrong on YouTube and in internet land. Am I excluded from that? Nope. I've made some mistakes in mine, and the ones that I found, I went back and notated it just for me, because people's ears change. If you've ever been in the recording studio, which I've spent my life in the recording studio, the engineer, the guy that's running the board and checking levels and doing all that, after a few hours, man, they gotta take a break from their ears and come back in, take a 5-minute break, come back in so your ears are sharp. So it can be the same way with music, maybe at the end of the day, after doing however many lessons, my ears may not be as sharp that day, or I may think what I'm hearing, and then the next time I hear it, I'm like, why did I not hear that? But I'm hard on myself with that, is what I want you to know, and I really do strive to get this stuff. My goal is 100% accurate, and I know I've got a bunch of them 100% accurate, but I don't have all of them 100% accurate. And the average ear would never even know the difference, but that's not even the point. I like to represent, the way these bands are playing them. So if that's something you'd be interested in, contact me. Read the description down below. It has lots of ways to contact me: YouTube, Facebook, my Hotmail, Mike at rockandguitarlessons.com, which that's really my primary email. But I'm having some problems on my iPhone right now with receiving it, and I got to get it set up on my PC. But you know how to get a hold of me, you guys. For some reason, a lot of these custom video and tab requests are coming via Facebook, and that's fine. You guys feel free to add me, man, and pop in and say hello once in a while and how you're doing and all that good stuff. And that's it. If it's something you're interested in, if you go to the Skype rate is $59 an hour. So and I give you kind of the breakdown of the approximation about how much it would cost per song. It obviously depends. If you're doing Dream Theater, Metropolis, woo! That one wouldn't be in the 150 to 250 range, and I'd have to work my chops a little bit to be able to keep up with Mr. John Petrucci through all of Metropolis. I could do it, but Petrucci's a better player than me. one of my idols. So anyways, I'll leave it at that, you guys. If you're interested, hit me up. I will be sending these videos out a couple times a month just to put the word out there. I wasn't going to, and I decided, you know what, I might as well. So it's basically, you know, if you're real busy, that's convenient too, because the ball's in my court. I will get it done for you as soon as possible. If I don't have a super busy schedule, you catch me on a little slow time, I can have it up sometimes by the next day. And all I require is a deposit of at least $75 using my PayPal email, which is tvxpunk@aol.com. But email me if that's something you're interested in, and you know, have fun with guitar, man. Take it seriously, have fun at the same time, and subgroup, and take everything and do it slowly, man. Slow down. Everyone goes too fast all the time, and there's nothing wrong with that if you're doing it and it's clean and sounds right. But something happens when you stick it through the microscope and you slow it down. You start to create a feel that didn't exist before. Trust me on that. Take your time with it, man. It'll pay off. Plus you'll get the chicks that way. And that's why you're doing it, right? Probably. Right? I don't know. Alright guys, we'll talk to you guys later. If you remember, go over to rockingguitarlessons.com, the temporary site, fill out the contact and the email information, especially if you're making requests, the free requests that I'm doing on YouTube. But do it anyways, because it'll keep you informed on what's going on. Alright, so until next time, keep rocking. I'm Mike Gross, rockingguitarlessons.com. Subscribe to both my channels. We'll see you later.